Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. So today we are doing a off the grid, more island living style house for one or two Sims to live in and off the land, using some of the skill building stuff and other stuff so you can sell produce and kind of sustain yourself on this lot. And it uses none of all the packs, but kind of while I was building this I found that there were a few packs that really complemented the island living stuff, which is Jungler Adventures and Laundry Day, and a few bits of cats and dogs as well, because that has a few nautical stuff in it. So we're building it in the main town part of Solani. I've actually worked out how to say it now. And it's in one of probably my favourite little lot in the town area. It's kind of tucked away near the little beach bit that you can probably see off in the distance, so it's kind of a nice secluded lot, but also you get access to all the beach and stuff like that. Also, you did have a sim in here to test what stuff is off the grid and stuff like that, and some of the objects that I thought were off the grid stuff, like the gas lanterns from Jungle Adventure and stuff, weren't actually off the grid stuff, so that was kind of a little bit bizarre. But there's some fun features if you are going to play off the grid, like getting dazed from gas cooking. Gas cooking annoys me a little bit. I think they need to add in a few more recipes for us to cook instead of just having, I think it's grilled cheese and eggs on toast. I don't know whether that was because of the skill level of my sim or not, or whether that's literally everything you can cook. It's just like, there's a fridge in here as well, so it's just literally like garden salads and grilled cheese constantly for my poor sim. Also, because you don't have any TV or any of that sort of stuff, it is hard to keep your sims fun up as well if you're doing off the grid, especially if you normally tell them to play games. But I did get a slablet in the end, and you can read like ebooks and play games on it. I think that's the only two things that you can actually do on it, which is strange because you thought you'd be able to do like a painting app or something on there. So definitely need to find some fun things to do if you're off the grid. So the house itself is kind of a little bit more run down, a little bit more rustic as well, trying to blend in with the other houses. It's kind of meant to look like it's been built over a few different time periods. So we got like the blue bit that's like maybe the main section of the house, and then it's been extended with the white bit, and the corrugated iron part is kind of the newest part. I used a lot of the windows that had the little flaps and stuff just because it fitted very nicely with the aesthetic I was going for, and lots of plants as well. I like using this lot because you can connect the big new bush plant to the external plants that we already have around the place, so it is a good way to get some natural greenery into the lot without making it look really strange because it's on sand. I also moved this lot back a bit as well, because later on when we start putting all the skill building stuff outside, it gets a little bit crowded and you can't fit in the selling table, so definitely shifts a bit. And we only have one bedroom or one bathroom. We have quite a big kitchen and a living space as well. I do love these new fences we got in the island living stuff as well, because they make for really cool little garden fences, especially when you put like plants and stuff through them. It's pretty cool. And I do love using all the really bright colours that you get in this pack. And it's always have to think of some fun gameplay stuff, especially with Off the Grid, since it's got a little bored. I've probably said that already. The back changes a bit as well, because when we actually start furnishing the inside of this place, you kind of get to the seating, like the sofas and stuff, and it's like it's really dark in there, especially as it can't use like proper lighting. So I thought it'd be cool to open it up and have some sort of bifolding doors and stuff going out to the back, so you can access the deck as sort of your extended living area. So for the kitchen, we obviously have to use all the stuff that is off the grid. So if I'm in the menu looking for stuff for a while, it's kind of me just checking whether you can actually use it or not. So we have to use some of the more like second-hand looking objects, like especially the stuff from City Living, that kind of tried to pick some fun colours with them just to make it look a little bit more interesting. I tried to make this build quite bright and stuff, because that's kind of what this part of the island is like. And use the jungle adventure cabinets, so it kind of looked like they had made them themselves instead of using the new ones, because a lot of the stuff I tried to make us look as though you can sort of had reclaimed it from the beach, and then put a few of the like boat debris and stuff about outside as well, so you kind of make your own furniture and stuff. Obviously lots of plants about and stuff as well, which is always fun. This week I had a fun trip. Speaking of plants, it took my mother for a birthday trip to Kew Gardens, because they've got the exhibition, the glass exhibition on, which they have like dotted around the place, so it's kind of like a little fun game of trying to find where all the glass sculptures are, because some of them are like hidden in the glass houses and the greenhouses and stuff, and some of them are out in the actual grounds and stuff. There's a pretty cool one if you get to go see it in the Japanese garden. I think that one is probably my favourite part, and they have an exhibition that goes with it as well, which you can go have a look round, and it has them all lit up and stuff, which is pretty cool, and it makes them look super interesting as well, because it gives off different shadows depending on how the glass has been coloured and stuff. So it's a super cool exhibition. Now we put in our dining table, which is kind of going with the theme as well of reclaimed stuff, so it kind of looks a little bit like driftwood. Putting a load of candles and stuff about, and obviously some lights you can't use, but you can always take those out. The candles definitely are used, and I used one of the new dividing things as a little, I think it's kind of like a dividing wall with the material hanging over it to kind of separate the kitchen off a bit, just so we had some extra space to put some tables and side tables and stuff, just to make the space a little bit usable. Here we are extending the back as well, which opens it up a load and lets in the light as well, which is super essential, especially as it's so dark in there. My Sims cat kept wanting to sleep on the sofas here, because there wasn't any cat trees and stuff, and I obviously put some of the pet stuff in afterwards, just so they had a few bits and bobs and stuff about. And a lot of the laundry day stuff in here as well. I use one of the big the big side cabinets in the corner there, so there's lots of spaces to put stuff that you've collected or want to keep and stuff, because obviously you can get objects from quite a few places around the world, like exploring the caves, getting them out of doing beach combing and all sorts of stuff like that. So there's a lot of space for you to put all your new collectibles and stuff. I think in the episode coming up next week, I do some fishing and take pictures and stuff like that around the island, and I've made a huge like fish wall and a little photo wall as well, so there's quite nice stuff to go around and actually get your own collectible stuff to decorate your houses with. I also put a few of the cracks and the like showing wood and stuff about, just to make it look a little bit run down, and kind of it needs a little bit of TLC. But obviously the cracks that I've used don't really make that too much sense on the wood bits, because they're already wood and they go in the other direction, so it's a little bit strange, but it does its job. Also put in some curtains in the bedroom as well, just so you have a little bit more privacy, but obviously with the slats it keeps you nice and cool, get some breeze going. I think it's going to be like, it's been super hot in Europe, and we're here in the UK, we're going to get it tomorrow, which is going to be super fun. It's like, I think it's going to get up to like 34, but it's going to feel like it's 37, so that's going to be super fun. We'll be sweating playing The Sims. And that's why we need to have Island Paradise, so I can sit here and pretend I'm on the beach or something like that. The bedroom's quite less cluttered, a bit more calmer than the other rooms, so you can sleep peacefully. Also, the wardrobe itself is a little bit close to the bed, so the Sims have to walk around the bed if they want to get into the other side, which didn't bother me too much when I was playing this lot, but if you want to move it, then you can. It's also up on the gallery already, because I actually got my finger out and bothered to start uploading some stuff again. We also have laundry in this pack, which means that you can use the little scrubbing tub outside, except you can't empty the water, which is one thing that I think they should fix. It says there's no plumbing to empty the dirty water, so your sim is just constantly washing themselves in dirty water. You also get not a fun moodlet, it always makes them tense if they shower with the lukewarm water. Which is quite nice to see that there's different moodlets. I also got one with it made my sim dazed after cooking on the gas cooker, because there was too much gas coming out of it, which was quite fun to see. So at least they added in a few little fun moodlets that you can get because you're living off the grid. And I also put a bathtub from the Strangerville in it with all the succulents in, as kind of like the old bath that used to be in this house. They kind of turned it into a planter and stuff like that. So now we're going to work on the skill stuff outside. So we've got lots of places for you to grow flowers and grow your own produce and stuff, so you can make your own meals or make some flower arrangements so you can sell them on your little table. We've also got 2 beehives as well, so you can sell honey. I think when I left it off I was selling honey for like 36 simoleons or something like that, so you can make a little bit of money from selling stuff. And I also put in a woodworking table as well, so you can craft your own objects like chairs, and I think you can use all the craftable like showers and toilets and stuff as well on off the grid. So if you want to upgrade your plumbing, then that is a good way to do it as well. Also, you can sell all your stuff like the sculptures and the knife blocks and all sorts of stuff like that, and you can make your new dining table, dining chairs, and all sorts of fun stuff. So it's quite good having a lot of skill building stuff when you're off the grid, just so you can start furnishing some stuff on the cheap and also selling it as well. It'd be quite fun to have a little retail lot as well to go with it. You've got the get to work, so you can sell stuff at a better price as well. Just adding in our final little stuff about and doing some terrain paint as well, just to make it look as though it's not just on sand. There is a little bit of sustenance to the ground, and it just won't wash away. Also use these fun little roof details, and it kind of reminds me of like little Viking and stuff. But they'll add a little bit of detail. We've also got our avocado thing as well on the front, just for some fun, and some fishing pots as well, so you can catch some fish. which is super hard to do. I haven't managed to catch any fish yet. I also put in a bookshelf because I realised there was nothing for the Sims to do. So here are our screenshots. I hope you enjoyed this build, and if you're trying to do a living off the grid as well, let me know how it is going. If you've got any tips or any fun things that have happened to your Sims as well, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye.